Meh, what's up, Dad? I'm bouncing today. Don't know why. Um, right, I thought having done last weekend, our keener, my keener viewer will remember there was a character called S. Dooley or S. Dudley, um, masquerading as a court official, of which, of course, I shall have to inform the Chief Constable later this weekend via Royal Mail. So I thought it might be fun to go back in time a bit because occasionally I dig the council files out and just look through because you forget stuff, you know. It's quite entertaining sometimes to look back on some of it in a way. So I think I've dug out a few of the, because there's once or twice I haven't paid council tax. Now, I'm fairly certain let me get this lined up here so I can do it. Maybe on top might be better actually. I'm fairly certain that's the same signature. I'm also at this point now, I really couldn't be arsed deciding last weekend, but I'm fairly sure it's also scanned on, which of course is illegal. At least for all the times I've said that, no one's ever come back to correct me. So I dug out a few of my summons and some of the other entertaining paperwork from the council. Yes, that's the right way around. Interestingly, on the 11th of June 2012, which was when I was doing the whole how far will they go thing, because we had them banged to rights for theft of 30 years worth of taxpayers' cash. I received a summons for non-payment of council tax. Again, the paragraph was, complaint has today been made to me, the undersigned clerk to the justices. Now, you'll notice that's not S. Dooley or Dudley or whatever it is. However, that was the 11th of June. By the 12th of October, S. Dooley had appeared, although not as clerk to the court apparently. This was summons to council tax defaulter, Huntingdon Magistrates. You are hereby summoned to appear. Nothing about complaint has today been made to me. And there was nothing on the back of that one, so that's the first time they pop up. Is this more recent now? Yes, on the 7th of December 2015, which is for last year. They're now chasing me for they're now going to take me to court for this year's, but they haven't got last year's yet. So that was a summons for non-payment. Complaint has today been made to me, the undersigned clerk to the justices. Right, make of that what you will. And there's a more serious point here, because all these signatures, I don't think any of these people exist. If they do, they're committing fraud, and if they don't, then the entire council tax department is committing fraud and misrepresentation. And I wanted to put this one in here because this is one of the ones I got from Newlyn. So you only need to see half of it, really. You see this? When they put this, delivered by hand. Right, there's no fucking signature on that. There's no name on it. Again, we're going back to the Cocker Spaniel. Could have done this. Right, that delivered by hand, that is just a fear tactic. Okay, that's one of the fear tactics they use, because oh god, they've been to my house, they've actually put it, delivered it by hand. Doesn't fucking matter. They could stand on the door until you got home and give it to you and walk off. It still wouldn't fucking matter. It's not fucking signed. And again, so we're going on to 8th of April of this year. Summons to council tax defaulter. Again, nothing about... this is when I was summoned to appear, not summoned to appear. Because they're so fucking incompetent they can't even get that right. So I don't know who that is. Again, simply a made-up person, I'm not sure. I really am going to need, when I write to the Chief Constable, I'll be requiring clarification as to whether all these people actually exist. So then I get 3rd of May 2016, which of course was the last time I was supposed to go to court. Never went. Prison application for unpaid council tax, right? And then it says, please call the council, now. I mean, again, unsigned. But, if you really thought that you were going to go to prison, if you didn't go to court, you'd be getting your passport out, wouldn't you? Be like, fuck this, I'm off to Spain to work in a bar. You wouldn't fucking phone them. A mate of mine actually had to skip the country many years ago because he got into a fight in a bar. I won't say any names. And I won't say who he was given the nod by, but he actually emigrated for some years. Before it was safe to come back. And again, we're back to Summers. This is 13th of June 2000. Now they're taking me to court again, even though I never went last time and I still haven't paid last year's council tax. And for those of you who haven't seen it, do please look up Phone Call to Marston Bailiffs on the channel. It's like 18 minutes long, I know, but it's probably the first half of it is the best half, actually, because I actually phoned a bailiff and he was yattling on about how he was going to pop round and put me in his special custody vehicle and take me to the court cells for the whole weekend before I could be tried on Monday. That was shortly before he agreed I'd done the right thing by not paying council tax, because the letter I got from them said I was banned from any council. So I'd done the right thing according to what that letter said, but he still had to arrest me. How you doing, Chris? And now we see, this year, very recently obviously, a complaint has today been made to me, the undersigned clerk to the justices. And it's our friend S. Dooley. So as I say, I will be in touch with the Chief Constable about this. I believe quite literally they're just making shit up now. And by shit I mean they're actually just making people up. Which the council can probably do because of their special powers. So I dug out this other stuff. This is a letter from the guy called Greg Peck to my mate with the burger van. Greg Peck was the old licensing officer and the guy who used to collect all the cash payments. No receipts issued. Ex-copper. Still thought he was a copper, I think. And it's just, this was more harassment and threatening behaviour, basically. But the last paragraph of it is very interesting. It says, it is an offence for you to continue to trade from the location, with the person guilty of such an offence being liable on summary conviction to a fine not exceeding £1,000. If you have not already done so, I would advise you therefore to cease trading from this site with immediate effect. Well, as you all know, I mean, most of you won't have a clue who he is or anything, but as you all know, my mate is still there, still trading, and still not paying a licence fee, because of course they have no legal recourse to get that money back, other than they're bought and paid for judges who accept that the council are allowed to charge for a trading licence because of legal counsel. That's what they said, legal counsel. No proof offered. So then, why did I dig that one out? Oh no, that's right. I don't need that one. So then there's some invoices, and obviously I'm not going to show them to the camera haven't put these in date order, but here we go. 7th of May 2010, he apparently owed £508. Not collected. 29th of January 2010, he apparently owed £254. Not collected. 30th of July 2010, he apparently owed £1,480. Not collected. 27th of November 2009, he apparently again owed £254. Some of these will add up to reach other amounts, but you see where I'm going with this. 9th of July 2010, again, £1,480 not collected. Not collected, guys, because you know fine well at the council that you have no legal right whatsoever to charge for trading licenses, and in fact, you're just a bunch of fucking thieves. Hey, come and arrest me for slander, if you can. By the way, if anyone wants one of these rather attractive seagull mugs, and if you've seen the homepage for my channel, you know what I'm on about. They are free. So don't inundate me with orders, obviously. If a lot of people want one, then yes, I'll probably have to start charging cost price. But, you know, I'll give a certain amount away, certainly. Then we have one of the reports from the PricewaterhouseCoopers. This was before they got a director called Kieran McLaughlin to step in and deny the whole thing. And this actually states that because to apply to legally charge for a trading licence, you have to write to the head of the county council of the town and the chief of police at the time. Now, there's actually nothing in the law about them replying, but you would think, you know, they might dash out a quick, well, it'd be email now, wouldn't it? Yeah, you can charge for trading licenses. This was used to great play because when the director stepped in and said it was all kosher, he said there's no requirement for a reply from the police or the county council. Well, no, that's not the point, mate. The fact is the letters were never written in the first place. So county council replied as quoted hereunder, accepting that consent has not been withheld. They indicated positive consent, and the council would not wish to withhold consent. It is not considered that a problem exists at present. So basically, they didn't really want them to charge. I'm just trying to find the bits that I did mean to underline them. Yes, I have asked the council to obtain, this is the auditor, I have asked the town council to obtain copies of the relevant correspondence to support its case, and I will follow up this matter as part of my 2010/11 audit. Never transpired. Because they don't have it. Put quite simply. And then, as I say, a director stepped in and covered the whole thing up. Even though it was admitted that no trace of the letter to the police could be found. Oh, and they've since admitted that they may have lost them. And this is... Ta-da! This is... Now, I neglected, unfortunately, to ask for a copy of the statement I made because at the time I didn't think the police were fucking liars. But that is the details of the statement I made at Huntingdon Police Station, and that would have been June 2000 and it was 2010, 6th of November, either the 6th of November or the 11th of June. I don't know. They might have one of these funny things that they put the date the wrong way around. But possibly the 6th of November 2010. The auditors, interestingly, said the police had investigated. In fact, what the police did was they sent a detective sergeant in and said the money had probably gone in someone's pocket. And then they wandered off and got confused and went back to speeding duty. So the police have admitted that the money has been stolen. But they don't want to do any more than that. Well, actually, that said, I've not heard from the Chief Constable again. Despite me getting that letter last weekend, which had been delayed by a week because the police are so fucking incompetent they can't put a stamp on a letter. And I had to go and pick it up when I got home. So that's 3 weeks now. And I presume, well, hopefully, when he has time, he might want to investigate what I'm about to tell him today. If you've got time, mate, don't worry about it. Just whenever you're ready. Anyway, that's the fun and games for today, kids. And I do have to go and have another coffee now. So I shall see you all later on.